So today I'm going to be talking about how I learned to write a screenplay, as well as talking about some updates to this whole series thing. So if you don't care about the update, just skip to this time code and it'll lead you to the actual episode. But if you do care, I'm just going to talk for a second about this whole marathon series thing. So first of all, I'm not stopping the series, no. I'm just making some updates because I haven't uploaded a video for, I think, 3 weeks. And that isn't because I've just given up or that I'm apathetic. It's just that I found that I'm not really passionate about making these episodes about analyzing and recreating other films. As I've spent a lot of time making these past episodes, I've kind of realized that this isn't really where I want to go. I'm more about making my own stuff. And so the change is going to be, I'm going to be making these episodes more freeform. I'm going to be making them just about filmmaking in general, whether that be tutorials, my process on making my movies behind the scenes, if I'm building like a dolly or something. Really, every episode is just going to be focused on filmmaking. The schedule still stands, so it's still a marathon. I'm still going to be making a short film every 3 months. I'm still going to be making, hopefully, a feature film every year, or this year, not every year. Don't know what the end game to this thing is, but we'll figure that out later. So yeah, that's what's happening. I'm not gonna be. I might go back to recreating and analyzing these films, but for right now, I'm just gonna be changing it to creating my own original content and making it about creating my own original content. I just think I'm more passionate about it anyway, so why don't I make the series about that? So onto the episode. I'm starting to plan to write this feature film that I'm promising on making at the end of the year. And I want to go about it in a different way. I don't want to just read an article or read a book and start writing a screenplay. I want to be self-taught, and that's not just me trying to be a hipster. That's me trying to find my own unique way that'll work for me. Basically what I did is that I took movies that I really like and I started to watch them. And what I would do is that I'd write down all the acts, every scene, what the scene was about, what the act was about, what I think it meant. By doing this, first of all, I learned a lot about the 3-act structure and how it applies to every movie. I watched these 2 movies. One was called Taxi Driver, the other one was called Primer. These are both very complicated movies, both technically and thematically. Taxi Driver is this very interesting character study about a lonely man who drives a taxi through New York City. And Primer is this very complicated independent film directed by Shane Carruth that is on Netflix. Go support it, it's so good. It was made for only $7,000, which is insane. So basically, I re-engineered these films. I watched the film and I deconstructed it. I took it apart, and what I noticed from this was that it all traces back to the idea. Without these 2 great ideas of a lonely taxi driver in New York exploring loneliness, and these 2 inventors who accidentally discovered time travel. Without these 2 extremely explorable ideas, the movies wouldn't have been as good. So I've learned a lot from this. Again, I learned a lot about the 3-act structure and how it kind of works, and how it works in every movie, and it's applicable toward every movie. And second of all, it gave me a lot more confidence in writing this screenplay. I've always viewed screenplays as kind of this daunting, incomprehensible mammoth of a project that I would never be able to accomplish because I've never really done anything that long with a film. But now seeing these films and breaking them down, I've started to understand that it's just a beginning, middle, and an end. You can throw any conflict as long as it's realistic at your characters. I feel like I can finally exercise my creativity. I can do anything with this universe that I created. And that's really awesome to me. So I'm really glad I did it. And I think the lesson here is that if you're ever struggling with making movies, get out your favorite movies, get out a notepad, and start taking notes. Start watching them and really break down why you think they were good. And you'll start to discover something yourself about what you're really passionate about. This has been Marathon, episode 5. I made some changes, it's now different. I hope you guys like it still. My name is Simon Lundquist. I'm a local boy who makes movies. See you next week.